When EA purchased the UFC game license a few years back, it almost seemed like more of a knee-jerk reaction rather than a tactical move. To be sure, EA likely realized there was an opportunity to ride the upward trajectory of the Las Vegas-based fight promotion. Fight Night had started to sag in sales, and it was time to give something else a try, especially considering the success THQ had with the UFC products they had released. The first EA Sports UFC felt like a positive initial step for the game. However, it had a limited development cycle and a limited budget. The gameplay was relatively satisfying, but there were some drawbacks. Some of those were limited by the fact that the game was simply fun to play online, and there was a ton of new content introduced into the game well after release. Now, with 21 months of development time, EA Sports UFC is here, and the extended development time, well, it ultimately has proved successful. There are improvements in nearly every facet of the game. What is here is a meaningful upgrade over the original. When it comes to the gameplay in EA Sports UFC 2, the positive steps taken with the original EA Sports UFC have been carried over and then some. Striking has a much crisper flow, and there's better control when it comes to bobbing and weaving. Defense now has a block for high and low on separate buttons. This is great because it mitigates simply holding a block button. However, the big gameplay changes come in the clinch and ground game. Both users can simultaneously enter inputs with visual descriptors of what is going on. There are no more quarter and half circles, and while you will basically advance or move in one of four directions as with the last game, you now have a good idea of what each direction is thanks to the visual indicators on the screen. This is a great addition for more casual users, and one we hope that the series really follows up on in later editions. Initially, this whole clinch and ground game, it may just catch you off guard. Get it? Get it? Yeah? No? Okay then, but anyways. But after spending time with the new system, you will probably find, as we did, the struggle of the simultaneous inputs rather compelling. The new submission system is also much more streamlined. The first rule of the Galaxy, don't panic, still reigns supreme here. You simply try to do a progression through a sort of minigame with both the left and right stick. This system will take some time to master, but it's far easier than the last game to figure out, and in this guy's opinion, far better. The stamina system still has some problems, as your opponents can sometimes throw a bunch of punches and still have stamina to spare. This is all while you are huffing around the octagon after throwing the same amount of punches. We suspect this will be fixed in a patch. Regardless, overall the gameplay in EA Sports UFC 2 is quite fun. The new animations and the new systems, they create an environment where every fight does feel different. From us, the gameplay simply gets a thumbs up. Now when it comes to the graphics, the audio, and the visuals, it's all improved. The fighters look absolutely fantastic, the damage modeling is really quite well done, the hair looks great, and yes, the arenas actually look alive as well. The camera overlays are classic UFC, and the audio package is fine as well. The corner banter and crowd noise work well, and the commentary from Rogan and Goldberg doesn't seem to get old after several fights. This is good. The commentary isn't breaking new ground, but it's also not anywhere near as bad as some other attempts in the sports gaming genre. When it comes to modes, it's pretty much standard fare with EA Sports UFC 2. The career mode is sadly not changed much from the original game. This might be our biggest gripe with EA Sports UFC 2. You still start as an Ultimate Fighter competitor, and then you advance onwards onto your career where you get fight offers, you work your way up, etc. The menus have improved, but we were hoping for a bit more here when it comes to the career mode. Ultimate Team is now in EA Sports UFC, and well, it does what you would expect Ultimate Team to do. This version of Ultimate Team will not change your mind on the idea of the modes at large, but if you've enjoyed Ultimate Team modes in the past, you're going to enjoy this one. If you haven't, you won't. It's as simple as that. Otherwise, when it comes to modes, the practice and skills training are relatively untouched. The new knockout mode, well, it's kind of wacky, as you simply put guys in the octagon to slug it out to record a knockout. It's almost like, well, kickboxing in that respect. The event creator, well, that's pretty cool, but it pales in comparison to WWE 2K16's offerings in that regard, but still, it's a reasonable first step. If you are taking EA Sports UFC Online, you'll notice the game itself is still quite strong here. You still have basic quick fights, you have rivalries against friends, and the new division/championship mode. The modes are functional and the online play, from our experiences, is playing quite smooth. But as always, that's subject to change. All in all, we really wish EA Sports UFC 2 did more to endear itself to casual users as much as it has with hardcore MMA fans. The career mode does need some big improvements as well. However, everything here works, it's fun, and it's improved in almost every way over the original EA Sports UFC. We think EA Sports UFC 2 is great, and we recommend that casual to hardcore fans of MMA pick this one up. Be sure to read our full review on OperationSports.com. We'll see you next time.